When I was a manager, one of the things, one of my guiding principles, right? This is just like I figured this out for myself. People, your employees, must you one they need to feel important. And there's two components to this. They're super important, and this is my guiding light. They cannot be separated. They need power and they need responsibility. They need power and responsibility. Never ever give somebody one of these two things individually. Never give them only responsibility. Never give them power. I never do that. It's nothing but trouble if you give them only power, and it's usually nothing but trouble if you give them responsibility. Whenever I have an assistant manager, as soon as I promote somebody, I let them know, I bring them to my office. I say, hey, look, you know what? The assistant spot's been open. I'm going to fill it up. I want you to do it. And you have the power to do X, Y, and Z. Excuse me. You have the power to do X, Y, and Z. And your responsibility is to make sure that A, B, and C happens. When these two things are married, this is what truly inspires a person to act their position and take it like very seriously. What happens if you give people power and no responsibility? If you give them power without responsibility, it goes to their head. They become big headed about it. They don't actually take the job seriously. They just kind of throw their weight around. You probably know plenty of people like this. What happens if you give them responsibility but no power? Well, now they have things to accomplish. They probably have other employees to manage. And they don't have the weight now that the other person threw the weight around. Now this person doesn't have the weight at all to actually get the team to do things, because the team needs to understand that this other person that has the power and responsibility, they're the ones that's calling the shot, because I said that's how I set it up. But the point being that the people who work with you, especially if you're the manager, is that they need to feel important. Is a super People don't even realize that they want to feel important. Some people nowadays, like, they don't really care about whatever at their job. But I'm not talking about people that are burnt out. I'm talking about new people coming into the workforce, people that have been burnt out and destroyed by like corporate America and inflation and all the other stuff going on in their life. But power and responsibility are key.